What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building. And this time I am back with a recap of Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 3, episode 15. Before I get started off, Ashley, you really pissed me off in this episode towards the motherfucking end. You really aggravated my soul, and I will be getting to your ass. Okay, so episode pretty much starts out with Karen and Gizelle going back and forth over the whole. Gizelle made a comment that her business partner in Every Hue Beauty, Ray, who is Karen's husband, is obsessed with Erica Lyles, which is Gizelle's business partner. And Gizelle going back and forth with Karen, Karen going back and forth with Gizelle. Karen said to Gizelle, you ain't got no man. You ain't never been able to keep one, or something she said like that. I thought it was a good jab. It was funny. I was like, good for Karen. She got one in. Candace is pulling Karen out. Where was they at? Hotel lobby or something. They're getting ready to go, and she just wants them to stop yelling. I thought it was interesting that Candace said, yes, not in front of the white people. We know how you feel about white people, Candace. You bow down to them. So, yeah, she's trying to stop the argument. Monique, Charisse, everybody's trying to figure out why did it happen? How did it get started? They're talking about it in the car. So, Gizelle feels as if Karen took a shot at her, saying that, she needs all these business partners to operate Every Hue Beauty. It kind of made Gizelle feel like she wasn't giving her credit. It was kind of like, oh, well, I need all these people to run my business, and it's not really my business then. And Gizelle, all I have to say is this. You are in Target and some other stores. I'm not sure, but I know for sure you're in Target. If you know that your business is successful and you didn't put all the blood, sweat, and tears into your business, I don't get why you so offended. Like, Karen's fragrance is not even done yet, so I wouldn't even let nothing she has to say get to me like that. Gizelle, I gotta get on your ass later and pull your card, because you was tripping later on, so I'm gonna get to that then. Y'all, the best shit, it seems like it happened towards the end of the fucking episode. I wish I can just go right to it. So, Karen, Monique, Charisse, and Ashley, they are on their way to the distillery that Monique says that they're going to for the essential oils. They're going to see how the oils is made. And then we got Robin and Gizelle. Robin, she finally wakes up because she's like, damn, it took 8 hours, I guess, to get there. And, she wants to sleep in and kind of take her time. I don't blame Robin. I go on vacation. I want to relax. Don't put me on no damn time schedule. But Robin, your ass works for Bravo, so you got to do what they want you to do. Anyways, Gizelle's ass then lied to Robin. That shows you how much of a good friend she is to you, Robin. She lies to your ass, telling you how the girls didn't want to wait. And, they was in such a hurry. Gizelle, you is a motherfucking lie. You admitted to it later, but bitch, you still shouldn't have lied. It just was stupid for you to lie like that. So it was funny that Robin and Gizelle, they stopped for a chocolate and banana crepe, and I guess they're going to share it. And Gizelle gave the lady some money, and then the lady just disappeared on their ass. I'm like, damn, is the bitch go cook it? Or they don't really know how to speak French that well to talk to the lady. I was just like, I would have been like, bitch, give me my money back. I know you know the word bitch. Give me my coins back if you ain't gonna fix my damn food. So we got Monique, and she's talking to the essential oils people, telling them how she uses it for everything, and she has this mommy blog and blah, 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 blah. This bitch goes on and on. I said, yep, this is the Monique that I know that just won't shut the hell up, so... The ladies are excited to see how the essential oils are made. Okay, so Robin and Gizelle, they actually ended up getting their crepes, and they were sitting down eating it, and then Gizelle went on with that bullshit about the ladies not wanting to wait for Robin, and then she Gizelle mentioned Sharice, and she told Sharice to go ahead on. Monique is your best friend. She's your best friend, right? And I'm like, y'all are so fucking childish. Monique and Sharice made up. If I watched last episode correctly, they made up. What the fuck is they supposed to do? Stay mad at each other? Monique was crying, which means she was genuine. She was not trying to steal the lady's friends. Some of the shit she was saying and doing, in my opinion, it did look suspect, but she cleared it up. And so, yes, they are right back to being friends. Sharice loves Monique. I get that with them. So if you love somebody, you go be petty with them and never talk to them because y'all have a misunderstanding. Like Gizelle and Robin, y'all really need to grow the fuck up. Y'all childish. And Robin, you got a lot of fucking nerve. Well, Sharice, she just goes back and forth and, that's just kind of fake. And I just can't believe she's back cool with my girl. Get over it. Because motherfucking well, Robin, if you had an issue with Gizelle, y'all would get right back cool too. So don't get mad when Sharice and Monique do it. So Gizelle and Robin is in the car and they cracking jokes about Karen. They see this wig spot and Robin talking about, well, maybe Karen can go there. Actually, her wig looks cute, Robin, on this trip. They're talking about how Karen, when they ask a question, Karen always gets defensive, but Karen is not the only person on this show that does that. Robin, you used to get very offended when people would ask you things about you and Juan, and you would get all up in your feelings, or if somebody make a comment about some money, or you not having that much, or whatever happened with you, if somebody... you get really offended. So the fact that you can get offended, but when Karen do it, it's a problem. And yes, Karen does get offended because she sees you two as mean girls. For the most part, you bitches is always trying to say something funny or say something in a mean-spirited way and then try to act all normal and shit like you didn't really mean it that way. So, she's on to you bitches, Gizelle, you ruined it when you came in there with that Uncle Ben t-shirt and free Uncle Ben, free tax reform. You can't do all that type of shit and then sit up here and wonder why... you ask somebody something and then they get in their feelings. You don't understand why. It's because of all the horseplay you've been doing this season. Ashley, let me say something real quick, because I believe when y'all was at the distillery at the essential oils place, Monique has said something to you regarding, you didn't stay back with Gizelle and Robin. Ashley, you got smart with Monique. I don't think you got smart in person. I think you got smart in your damn confessional because you know better. But you got the saying, Monique should be worried about Sharice. And, Sharice thought she was trying to take her friends. And, and it's just like, yeah, that may be the case, Ashley. But you do be up Gizelle and Robin's ass. You do. I don't know why you think that we don't notice that shit, and why you don't think Monique would notice it. And Monique had called you out like, oh, are you go try to go run back and say what was said? Because you do that, Ashley. So why don't you admit to your shit? Because later on, you always trying to get on Karen for lying, but you don't be admitting to the shit that you do. And Ashley, your shit is more fucked up than anybody's on here. You got a dysfunctional mother that pretty much you her motherfucking mother. It don't get more dysfunctional than that. You was some old ass, ugly ass man. Michael got coins though. We'll give Michael that, but he ain't shit. He don't want to have no kids with you. He don't want to give you the life that you want. You are along for his ride, not vice versa, so you need to really focus on getting your shit together, Ashley, before you get offended, before you try to come down on other people, because I'm sick of it. Did y'all catch Candace singing in where they was getting some coffee from? The lady stop and get some coffee and stuff. I like her singing voice. I think it's pretty. So after the ladies get their coffee, they are, walking around, taking pictures. They go and watch this lady make, perfume. She shows them how she puts it in a bottle, puts the little cork on top. It looks pretty cool. Giselle, you still fucking with Karen. Talking about, Karen, pay attention. Karen, look, you being funny, Giselle. And then when you're called out on it for aggravating somebody, no, I was just asking. No, I was just saying that just to... Girl, shut up. So they're smelling some different candles and different things, different scents. And Giselle says, that smells like Padussy. I thought it was called Mudussy, y'all. Y'all let me know. I thought it was a different name, but we all know what that smell is, honey. Okay, so after smelling candles, smelling different fragrances, after Karen did her exploration with Charisse of the different fragrances, the ladies all sit down for dinner. Dinner is actually very interesting. So Candace gets off into this thing of how Chris, calls her a chipmunk, and she says he looks like a rodent, I guess, without his beard and stuff. Child, I don't know. I didn't see a big deal with that. The ladies, of course, made that a big deal. Well, shouldn't that bother you that he called you a chipmunk? The bitch does look like a chipmunk. What is the big deal? So as soon as they, as soon as they're done with the whole chipmunk thing with Candace, they get off. Monique call out Karen and Gizelle for their argument, saying, she wants to have a good night and wants everybody to work things out. And they get off into how they both were throwing snide remarks back at each other. And Gizelle says that Karen is always on the defensive. And like I said, you guys, Gizelle has did so much shady shit. Who wouldn't get defensive? You know what I'm saying? And Karen does not trust Gizelle and Robin. So she's always going to be on the defensive when they say something. I noticed with the other women, she don't really act like that. And a little bit of Ashley too. But Ashley be making some judgmental ass remarks. Ashley be saying her little stupid shit too. So I understand. Even though Karen be lying and shit, y'all. And I wouldn't tell these bitches 100% truth anyway. Shit, they ain't really her friends all like that. They proved that when they found out about the tax debt with her husband. How funny and shit they was acting. So I wouldn't trust them, and I would give them bitches some half-truths too. So Gizelle calls out Karen for not having on her ring. Gizelle, what the fuck is the big deal? Do you even have a man that gave you a ring? Do you have a relationship? Is this why Sherman left your ass? Because you can't mind your motherfucking business? Gosh, the woman is married. Karen stated on the Breakfast Club that she was mugged. Anybody knows if you've been mugged or robbed, shit. You get to a point you may not... They stole jewelry off of Karen. So Karen had hid her wedding ring so they wouldn't steal that. She told the story on the Breakfast Club. And she pretty much was like, that's why I don't really wear my jewelry when I travel. A lot of people do that. So the fact that Gizelle is coming at her... This is that bullshit I'm talking about, y'all. Where they say and take little digs and they wonder why she reacts the way that she does. You got stupid ass Ashley. You're a liar. You're a lie. No, Ashley, you're living a lie. Okay? You are. Because you with a man that don't even want your ass, bitch. Karen is funny as shit. She said, Ashley, you know what makes you so cute? You're irritating as fuck. Here go that hating ass shit again, where they, Ashley then got off into, well, she just keeps talking about Ray. Well, Ray says that he's moving to Florida and he's going to pack up whether Karen comes or not. How do you know so much, Ashley, about what's going on in Karen's marriage, but you don't know what the fuck to do in yours? Y'all pay attention to people like this. They shit all fucked up, but they stay in other people's business. That's why your shit fucked up now, Ashley. Because you don't know how to stay in your business. You don't know what that man wants to do. You don't know how they go play out that situation. Karen shared that after retirement, Ray wants to move to Florida and Karen likes Maryland. So she just said, that's something they have to compromise about. And I'm with Karen. Ashley, you barely in a fucking marriage. Giselle, you don't have one. You get cheated on. You get... Sherman just stopped. You got an ugly ass man that ghosts you, Gizelle. You should be the last one to talk. I mean, they're just so judgmental and hypocritical, and their shit is fucked up. It's funny though. Karen shares that, she has a lot going on right now. She actually shared this on the Breakfast Club that her father passed. I believe her mother has passed as well. You know, she's had a lot of different family issues go on. Then you got raised tax situation. You know, she's starting her new business. She's just like, I have so much going on. And if they're not really trying to be my friend, then I don't have time for the shit that they have to say. And I'm with Karen all the way. Karen apologizes to Gizelle for how she responded to her, which is, you know, very big. And contrary to popular belief, I really like Karen. A lot of people is always getting on me, but she's a liar, and I don't like that bitch. And you know what? She ain't no worse than the rest of them. She really ain't. I like Karen. I see somebody that is mature, that can move on past things, that can admit when they're wrong. And, I mean, just put 2 and 2 together, you guys, on if you're with bitches like this that take everything that you say out of context, would you share the truth with them? Like, what would be the fucking point in really telling them the truth? They gonna make out your truth into what they want to make it out into anyway. So, I mean, what's the point? Ashley, if I was there, I would have pulled you by that curly ass fro that you got, because you need to stay out of Monique and Charisse's business. She calls them out to the carpet, you guys, on the whole, she felt, not so much she felt, but Charisse felt that Monique was using her for her contacts. Like I said before, you guys, if you see these people have made up, why bring it up? Well, you know, she had been talking about you. And Ashley, you don't talk about people? You know, I just felt like it was ridiculous to even bring that up. They hashed it out. That's what real friends do, and that's that. Gizelle calls Charisse out saying, you agreed with me that Monique was trying to take all your Potomac contacts. First off, Gizelle, you wanted to believe that because you don't like Monique no way. You like Monique says, you know, towards the end of the episode, you don't want to like her, period. So you'll find any little thing. And there are women in the world that are like that, you guys. So it's just like, if Monique and Charisse are friends and they've made up, what is it to y'all? Y'all just jealous because y'all don't have a friendship like that. You know, it's ridiculous. Okay, so next Robin calls out Monique for bringing Kendall around to ruffle Gizelle's feathers. Y'all know that Kendall is Sherman's ex. Sherman is not even on the fucking show anymore. Him and Gizelle are no longer dating. Kendall was brought around. Do I agree they should have brought her around? No. I flat out don't feel like any of them. But at the same time, when Monique brought her around, it was for her event. And she's free to do that. She is free to do. It's not like Monique said, she didn't invite her around when Gizelle was there. Karen did that. And Karen was on some I don't give a fuck. And I'm not mad at Karen for that, because Gizelle, you have not been innocent this whole season. You've been devious. You've been mean. You've been disrespectful. You've been horrible. You know, and you all in your feelings that this man's ex is around. I would have played that shit off a little bit differently. I wouldn't have let these bitches I wouldn't have let them know that shit bothered me so much. And I felt like, Gizelle, you could have put on your actress skills and just acted as if it didn't bother you. See, now that they know that it bothers you, they go keep bringing the bitch around. Robin, you so fucking annoying. You sitting up here. Just say that you was messy, and just say that you was trying to get under Gizelle's skin, and just say this. And Robin is one of them people, and I've noticed her on this show. She always tries to nail somebody to the cross and make them admit to things. Why would somebody admit to something and it was never their intention in the first place? I'm at the point of this. I don't give a fuck if it was Monique's intention or not. You know, she says she didn't invite the lady to be rude or disrespectful. I'm inclined to believe that, because I feel like she could have really brought that lady on this trip. And that's what Monique said. If I was trying to really be messy and make her feel a certain way, I could have invited Kendall on the trip. And it's just like, Robin and Gizelle, y'all need to shut y'all ass up, because y'all looking so stupid. So stupid. So Monique ends up throwing Sharice under the bus for bringing Kendall around, and Sharice denies that she brought Kendall around to ruffle Gizelle's feathers. Gizelle goes into how they had their issues a year ago. Gizelle, I don't think you that important, sweetie, where they was really mapping this out like this. I really don't. I feel like you need to get over this man. He obviously does not want you. Get over his wife, ex-wife, whatever the fuck she is. Like, get over all of this. You know what I'm saying? It's a non-factor in your life either way. So the server comes up and, he just wants them to get their ass up and going out. And they laughing and shit and they still shooting the shit. Candace brings it up on herself. I didn't think that this was the right time for her to bring this up. Since they're being kicked out of a place, but she ends up bringing up the fact that Monique and Gizelle laughed at her, and it just made her feel some type of way. And I understand how Candace felt. I didn't agree with what she was saying about her and Chris, because they didn't want to hear that shit. So Candace gets into letting them know, how she felt and how Monique was laughing. And I kind of looked at Monique sideways because Monique is actually Candace's friend. You're not Gizelle's friend, Monique. So you can't be laughing with the enemy while your friend feels left out, I am noticing something, you guys. I don't know about you guys, but I notice when Candace tries to speak, they are cutting her off. Like when she said what she said, Gizelle was just looking at her crazy. Monique ends up laughing again. And then they all get up and leave. Karen was like, yeah, let's go. And I'm just like, damn, y'all just interrupted the poor girl. But yeah, Monique reassured her after they got up that, it wasn't nothing personal and she wasn't trying to discredit her and her relationship. But then again, Candace, you do be on bullshit in your relationship, but I don't agree that they should treat you like that, because if they could sit up and knock out all that other bullshit that they just talked about, they could have sat up there and listened to you. I do feel that way. You know what's funny? Robin and Ashley, they are poolside. And Robin gets a call from Juan, and it's funny that they showed Juan in, under the description of Juan, it says Robin's ex-husband. Anyways, Robin is telling Juan she's having a good time and talking to them badass boys of hers. But isn't it interesting, Ashley, that just last year you was getting on Robin about her relationship, how fucked up it is, and this, that, and the third, and yet you sitting up here saying, I wonder if I'll have a family like that. Not, because the man told you that he don't want no more motherfucking kids. So it's not going to happen for you, bitch, until you get out of La La Land. But I thought that was pretty interesting. That's why they always say, watch how you treat people, and karma is a bitch. Because the same motherfucker she was making fun of last year, the joke now is on you, Ashley. Their shit is actually coming together and working out over your shit with Michael. So next we got Karen and Candace. They sit down to have some breakfast. Candace lets Karen know that when she talks about her life and, the things that are going on with her, she feels like the ladies don't take her seriously. And Karen lets her know, well, you didn't listen to what I told you. And Karen is right. Candace did not listen. They shot back to a clip at that picnic they was at where they did the bubble soccer thing. And Karen told her flat out, don't tell these bitches all your batches. Don't tell these batches all your business, because they would twist that shit up. And Karen was right. That's what these bitches do. They do it to her more than anybody. So Karen pretty much told Candace, to get out her concerns immediately. And, don't wait until the last minute. I agree with that, but at the same time, Karen, you guys need to be respectful of her. I feel like because Candace is new, you guys kind of treat her. What is she, the youngest too? Or is Ashley younger? I don't know, but I do notice, I do notice Candace kind of beginning to feel left out. Remember, she started out with Ashley and Monique, and they were like a little clique. And now, Candace feels like now they're back in the circle with the rest of the women, and they didn't left her out to dry by herself. So I definitely understand where Candace is coming from. So, Robin and Ashley, they're talking about how Candace was acting and, how she had asked her man to hold her purse, and they're kind of making fun of her. And I just felt like it was childish. Yes, what Candace brought up with Chris was stupid, and they looked at her like she was crazy. I get that. But a lot of the things you bitches do on this show is stupid. So to me, it just comes down to simple, basic respect. When y'all hashing out y'all issues, y'all getting shit off y'all chest, let this young lady get what's off her chest too. It's only right. It's not so much of the perfect time because you bitches be interrupting. When Candace tried to get that shit off her chest, y'all bitches got up and left. You didn't sit up there and really try to hear her out. So, Karen, I agree with some of the stuff you were saying as far as Candace not telling the girls all her business. Candace, you do share too much. The penis thing was too much. You are like a cheerleader, spoiled princess brat. You are that, Candace, and you gotta own that shit. And you gotta just know that's a part of who I am. Accept yourself. But at the same time, Karen, y'all have to respect the shit that she has to say when she has to say it. Because I doubt if she leads the conversation and telling y'all how she feels, I feel like y'all would just shoot her down anyways. I've seen y'all at a table. Y'all barely let Charisse talk last night. So I don't think you gonna let new girl Candace talk. So, when Charisse, she joins, Candace and Karen, when she's sitting there talking with them, she told Candace she brags upon herself a lot. Did Monique do the same thing last season and this season? Your friend brags a lot too, Charisse. Candace, you do brag a lot. I think all of you bitches would do better if you would stop. If you would just be normal and stop talking about your money and your possessions and how you grew up. And Candace, I think what's fucked up with you, Candace, is you came on here, I lived the Huxtable life, and then turned out your motherfucking father wasn't really there all like that in the household with you and your mother. So how do you go from living like the Huxtables, because the Huxtables was all together, so how do you go from that? I feel like you do kind of live in a fantasy land, Candace, of, well, my life is this, and you got on the rose-colored glasses, and that shit is a turnoff. I'm gonna let you slide, because I feel like a couple of these bitches have did that on this show. Karen, Charisse, all of them have kind of did it in their own way. Monique, in my opinion, more than anybody, I do this. And I don't like people that brag a lot, you guys. It's actually a way to turn me off. I don't see you as a genuine person. I feel like when you're really used to the shit in your life, there is no reason to brag. So, Candace, what I would say to you is be more genuine, be more relatable. Stop talking about yourself so much. That is true. Just come with some really concrete shit to talk about instead of just this pageanty. Did y'all catch Charisse calling that girl a princess still? And Karen was looking at her. Charisse, you ain't have to keep, telling the girl she's a princess. You know she don't like that, so don't do it, But yeah, all of you bitches brag though. Y'all all do. But yeah, Monique and Candace are the most annoying ones. I will say that. What y'all think about what Robin said? Talking about, well, I grew up like Candace with a silver spoon in my mouth. Bitch, you don't act like it now. You really don't. You give me good times. I'm just playing, y'all. But I don't know, Robin. You're just a negative person. Yes, the girl brags a lot. And I didn't understand what you was trying to say. you saying that you find it hard to sympathize with Candace. I don't think she's asking for you to sympathize with her. She's just asking y'all to hear her out, to let her be herself, you know. So, Robin, shut your ass up. I kind of like the route that the conversation went to with Charisse and Karen coming together to support Candace. Charisse, you know, she saw Candace crying and she was really there for her. And I really liked that. And they was just letting her know, just be yourself and be genuine. You know, you don't have to impress us. Just be who you are. I think that's what they was really trying to get across to her. And, you know, Candace is just like, I'm human. Nobody wants to feel rejected. I feel like I got to prove myself. I feel like Ashley and Monique, you know, like I said before earlier, you guys, they done left her out to dry. And I do feel like that. I feel like Monique don't seem like she all that close with Candace no more, because now her and Charisse is back good. These women are something else. So I just hope that Candace finds her footing in the group, because there are some things about Candace I actually like. So Monique goes to Gizelle's room and invites her to breakfast. And as soon as Gizelle opened the door, she talking about, well, do I really want to eat with you? I would have walked the fuck away. I would have walked away. You old high yellow bitch. Who do you think you are, where you can't have some breakfast and act like you got some sense? Gizelle, what is your problem? Gizelle used to be so fucking likable, you guys. She's still silly. I still like Gizelle, you guys. She is kind of funny and silly. I like that Gizelle don't take herself so seriously. But Gizelle, stop treating Monique like a bitch. The girl really is trying to make peace with you. And they actually sit down and get to talking about, you know, Kendall and her bringing her around, and Gizelle took the shit personally. Yeah, so she's still up in arms that Kendall was invited to Monique's event. Gizelle, let me say this and then I'm done with this shit, because I done talked about this shit long enough. Gizelle, Monique is not your friend like that, where you get to tell her who's invited to her event. Okay, it just so happens that Kendall is Sherman's ex-wife. She does not owe you any loyalty like that, bitch. Robin does, Monique doesn't. And you need to get over yourself, clean that nasty ass attitude up, and stop thinking that people owe you all this loyalty. You've been nasty to Monique since she got on here. So, bitch, save it. All right, you guys, that was my recap of Real Housewives of Potomac. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl, Brand New, and I am out.